Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicholas Andrew and I am the Somatic Singer, and help me if you can, I'm feeling down. Actually, that's a complete lie. I feel on top of the world, albeit a little bit tired, and I've got the bag to show for it because last night I went on a 3-hour YouTube rabbit hole hunt of John Farnham material. Songs, interviews, documentaries, the lot. It was fantastic. So here I am today, just a little bit tired, about to react to the voice, to the icon himself, John Farnham singing Help. So sit back, relax, let's do this together. Oh my God, I simply can't wait.
In the right place to move.
So I just want to say really quickly before we carry on that I've already done a reaction to this song from the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra version, but it just gets blocked. YouTube are just not having it. And that's such a shame because it was like a really spontaneous video, because it was only the second song actually that I'd ever heard John sing. I'd only heard You're the Voice before that. But, you know, I chopped it up to the point where it didn't even make sense. I blurred it all out. You couldn't even see what was going on. But they're just not having it. In fact, every version that I tried to get through, apart from this Whispering Jack one, gets blocked. So this is my only option. But it doesn't matter. You know, I'm sure John is going to serve us up some stellar, top job, world-class vocals. So I'm going to press play. John, I absolutely love you.
When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody help in any way.
Such a good sound.
But now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind, I've opened up the door.
Beautiful.
Help me, yeah, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you
You hear that?
being right.
Covered open.
Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me?
So I'm really going to try and not repeat myself from the other video, even though I know you haven't seen it, you know, just because, hopefully, fingers crossed, at some point YouTube decide to unblock it. And besides, I can't remember if I said this anyway, but you know, John, when he goes for some of those high notes, those ridiculous high notes, by the way, you know, he's kind of covering a lot more than what he was in the other song that I listened to. And I find that fascinating. You know, the fact that he can flip-flop between the two anyway, you know, from that covered sound or more of a, like, you know, a wider air kind of sound, absolutely fantastic. You know, it's kind of like opera really. And I think I did read somewhere that he's done that too, and I can really hear that. Because believe me, it is so technically hard and so many things could go wrong. So a lot of other singers sometimes, you know, in an attempt to create that kind of sound, will drag up too much weight. And you really don't need to. But if you do, you know, you could find yourself in a whole host of problems really. You know, there could be too much pressure, too much weight, you might not be able to mix, you might crack, you know, and God forbid, worst case scenario, you know, your vocal folds just might fly apart altogether. But John, he intrinsically knows you don't have to do that, and he's not doing that. You know, all he's really doing is changing the shape, you know, of his mouth, you know, of his vocal tract, his lips, you know. And, you know, maybe, I think, you know, obviously something different is happening at the laryngeal level. But it's a very easy, sustainable sound for him. He can do it over and over again, and he doesn't really get tired. You know, when he's up there, it's full voice. He mixes up there. He can riff and run out of it. I mean, the dexterity is absolutely crazy. World-class singing.
And now my life has changed in oh so many ways.
Quick flick up to that top note.
My independence seems to vanish in the
So easy for him.
now and then, I feel so insecure.
It's so high.
I know that I just need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling now.
They're pretty good too.
And I do appreciate you being right.
Soul.
My feet back on the ground.
Love it.
Won't you please, help me?
Amazing vocal, amazing. What a band, everything, brilliant. He's playing his face off. Now don't worry, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play that again, but I've just got to say, did he just go up the octave halfway through the song? I mean, who does that? I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. I mean, the sheer audacity of it. I mean, I can go up there, for 1 or 2 notes and then come back down. I don't start the bloody song there. And it's so easy for him as well, like I said before, just casually playing at the piano. Now, and fun fact, actually, in the interview I saw last night, he said that's his party trick, that song on the piano. It's the only one he can play. I find that fascinating. But, I think personally, he's one of the best male vocalists to ever walk the planet. Call me crazy, disagree with me, shoot me now, but I believe it to be true.
When I was younger, so much younger than today.
Glorious sound.
Never needed anybody's help anyway.
Do you hear that?
But now those days are gone. I'm not so self-assured. Never thought I'd change my
Oh,
mind.
it's amazing tones.
Opened up the door. Help me if you can. I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Baby,
Listen, they all sound amazing together.
won't you please help me? Won't you please,
Soul. He's definitely got some soul influence in there, Come on, bring it home. Amazing. It was amazing. Yes, the band. And there we have it, only my second ever reaction to John Done and Dusted. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. Like, amazing. It really, really was. And I also think I remember reading in the comments from last time that Tina Turner based her version on his. And I can really hear that now. I'm not really familiar with the Beatles version. I mean, they weren't really an influence on me growing up, but I can really hear the influence that that's had on Tina. Now, I'm not really into comparison, even though I have done that, but it's just personal preference at the end of the day. You might like Tina's version, you might like the Beatles, you might like John's. But I'm gonna say, I thought John's was the definitive version. And, because for me, I just love everything about it, really. I love the arrangement, I love the backing singers, the band, the soul influence, and just basically the way that he sings it. Oh, and when I watched the documentaries last night, sidetracking, I was just so impressed, with John and how funny he was and so how endearing he was. I did about 4 hours, he was light-hearted in every single interview that he did. He interacted with the crowd, self-deprecating, double entendres. I absolutely loved it. So I was so saddened to find out, last time when I read in the comments, that John has had mouth cancer. I mean, life is so unbelievably cruel at times, isn't it, I mean, it's one thing to give anyone cancer, of course, but then to give a singer mouth cancer, or jaw cancer and potentially take away their gift. I mean, oh my God, it must be heartbreaking. Even though I'm sure, it's just his recovery that he's focusing on. And from what I can work out, everything was a success and he's doing really, really well. So fantastic. And besides, he's got nothing to prove. He's had a 50-year-old career, really. He never has to sing again, even though I'd love him to. But I just wanted to say my well wishes. I know he's never going to see this, but I just wanted to wish him well anyway. So the time has come for me to stop talking and for you to start writing in the comment section below and let me know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you love John as much as me? Now, I know I only know 2 songs, but what are 2 songs they are? It's a good place to start and I shall continue. I mean, do you think he's got one of the most stupendous voices that ever walked the face of the earth? I mean, you don't have to, you could be on the fence about that, but if you are, I'm probably gonna have to challenge you. But let me know in the comment section below, like and subscribe, give me some playtime, and remember that anything that I've said here today about John is not fact. It's just my opinion, and that's a fact. Peace, y'all.
Stay in this moment. just hold on.